Brothers and sisters, what I am about to tell you is historic, shocking, and frankly, terrifying. Yesterday, President John Dramani Mahama stood at the United Nations, demanding that the slave trade be declared a crime against humanity. He spoke about the 12.5 million stolen souls. He spoke about the forts at Elmina and Cape Coast and the blood that built Europe. He spoke about justice for Africa. He spoke like a man who carries the weight of history on his shoulders. And yet, today, his own government did something that will shock Africa. Today, Ghana signed a full-blown security and defense partnership with the European Union, the very descendants of the slavers. Today, EU drones, anti-drone systems, and intelligence hardware were planted literally meters from Burkina Faso's border. Brothers and sisters, make no mistake, this is not cooperation. This is a dagger at the throat of the alliance of Sahel states. Ghana, the Black Star of Africa, has just become the EU's forward operating base against Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the revolutionary governments of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Now, I need you to do something for me. Before we go any deeper, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You do this for Burkina Arise TV because we are here to tell the truth, the whole truth. Africa needs to know what is happening to her. We are not here to sugarcoat anything. Let me take you inside what just happened. Yesterday, March 24th, 2026, EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaya Kallas flew into Accra like a conqueror returning to old territory. In the glittering conference hall, she stood beside Ghana's Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman and signed the first ever EU-Africa Security and Defense Partnership in history. Ghana is the guinea pig. This deal covers everything: counterterrorism, cybersecurity, border control, maritime security, and it immediately delivers drones, bomb disposal vehicles, motorcycles, and anti-drone jammers worth tens of millions of euros under the European Peace Facility. National Security Coordinator Osman Abdul Razak called it a signal of EU determination. Kallas smiled and said the EU is here to support West African countries like Ghana. But let's be brutally honest. Burkina Faso is 45 minutes by road from where I am standing right now. The AES countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, have spent the last 3 years kicking France and America out, nationalizing their uranium and gold, and telling Europe, your time is over. And now, Europe has used Ghana as the back door. This is shocking. This is historic. This is dangerous. President Mahama's government called it pragmatism. The African street is already calling it treason. While Mahama was at the UN thundering about the reparations for the slave trade, invoking the 12.5 million stolen souls, the forts at Elmina and Cape Coast, the blood that built Europe, his vice president was shaking hands with the same bloc whose ancestors ran those slave castles. How do you condemn the children of slavers one day and then sign a defense pact with them the next? You need to understand what this means for the Sahel. Ghana has just become a forward operating base for European military power. This is not a minor partnership. This is a launchpad. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, countries that have fought for independence from European interference, are now facing a neighbor aligned with Europe's military interests. The Sahel is on high alert. Every intelligence unit, every military command, every revolutionary government in the region is watching Ghana right now. And let me tell you, this is not just political. This is personal. The people of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have lived through decades of struggle against foreign interference. They have fought wars, built alliances, and defended their sovereignty. And Ghana just handed Europe a front seat to intervene in their affairs. This is betrayal. This is treachery. Think about the optics. One day, President Mahama speaks about justice, reparations, and African dignity. The next day, his government signs a pact giving Europe advanced military tools, drones, anti-drone jammers, vehicles, right at the borders of revolutionary countries. How can you reconcile that? How can you preach African pride one day and allow foreign influence the next? And the timing could not be worse. The Sahel is already destabilized. Millions of people are struggling. Governments are fragile. Rebel groups are active. And now Ghana has become a platform for European intervention. Every move Ghana makes militarily could be interpreted as aligned with EU interests. Every border patrol, every drone surveillance, every intelligence operation could affect Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. This is not small. This is strategic dominance disguised as cooperation. We have to ask ourselves, what did Europe want from this? Why Ghana? Why now? The answer is simple: control and influence. Africa is rising. The Sahel countries have been asserting independence. Europe has lost ground politically, economically, and militarily. And now, through Ghana, they are re-establishing a foothold. Let me break down what the deal really means. Drones are not toys. They are tools of surveillance and precision strikes. Anti-drone jammers neutralize threats, giving the EU and Ghana operational advantage. Bomb disposal vehicles, motorcycles, and other military hardware increase mobility and force projection. This is not about helping Ghana defend itself. This is about creating a base that can be used against neighbors who refuse European control. And this is not theory. It is reality. Ghana has volunteered willingly to be Europe's eyes, ears, and weapons in West Africa. And the Sahel knows it. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's government, the revolutionary forces of Burkina Faso, the independent authorities in Mali and Niger, they see this. They understand the implications. And make no mistake, this will heighten tensions in the region. History cannot be ignored here. Europe built its wealth on African blood. The forts of Elmina and Cape Coast are monuments of that history. And now, the descendants of those slavers are being welcomed in a modern military context right in our neighborhood. This is not cooperation. This is historical irony mixed with modern betrayal. Ghana has effectively said, Europe, come in, use our land, use our people. We will open the doors. And let's be clear, the African street is furious. Social media is on fire. Commentators, activists, citizens, and even some political figures are calling this treason against Africa. And why not? You can't publicly denounce historical crimes and then allow the perpetrator's descendants to operate militarily at your borders. This is double talk, double standards, and it is dangerous for the future of West Africa. The delivery of military hardware is just the start. The drones, motorcycles, anti-drone jammers, they are not toys. They are force multipliers. They give the EU and Ghana the ability to monitor, intervene, and project power across West Africa. This is not just Ghana defending itself. It is Ghana becoming the staging ground for external influence over its neighbors. And what does this mean for the people living near the borders? Everything changes. Surveillance will increase. Movements will be monitored. Local communities will feel the weight of militarization. And all of this will be justified under the banner of counterterrorism and security. But the real motive is power, influence, and control. Ghana's leaders say it is pragmatism. The African street says it is treason. And the truth? History will judge them. Because no words at the UN about reparations can erase the act of inviting European power to operate at your neighbor's doorstep. This is not just politics. This is a direct challenge to the sovereignty of revolutionary West African states. We need to pay attention to the consequences. Ghana is now part of a network that could tip the balance of power in the Sahel. Every border clash, every intelligence gathering mission, every military exercise could now be influenced by this partnership. And the revolutionary governments of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger will have to respond. This is not speculation. This is imminent reality. And let's not forget the moral dimension. President Mahama spoke about justice, about the crimes of the slave trade, about Africa's dignity. Meanwhile, the EU is bringing the descendants of those same slavers right into Ghana's military infrastructure. How can you reconcile that? How can you demand reparations one day and facilitate military influence the next? Africa is watching. History is watching. The world is watching. Ghana's actions will have consequences that ripple across West Africa. The stakes are high, and the potential for tension is enormous. The Sahel will not sit idly by. Revolutionary governments, citizens, and analysts will respond in ways that could reshape the region's political and security landscape. This is not a drill. This is not rhetoric. This is the unfolding of history. Ghana has made a choice, and that choice has consequences. Others